Thank you for staying tuned. You're still watching Game On here on News Central Television. As you can see, there's a trophy right here in front of me. That's because the 2024 XKart Race Series is geared up for a high-octane conclusion as the season finale promises to deliver heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat thrills. And after months of intense competition and dramatic finishes, the stage is now set for the championship showdown, where the best drivers in Nigeria will battle for ultimate glory. And this trophy right here in front of you, fans are in for a really, really great time. Spectacular display of driving, off-road driving, as you can imagine. Oh, yeah, there you see. So you can imagine it is absolutely edge of your seat, and sometimes you get to flip over in the quest for glory. Well, it's going to be going down this weekend as well, and right here in the studio with us, we have two excellent gentlemen as well. I have Buki Feishito, who is the brains behind the XKart Racing, and of course we have one of his drivers here with us in the studio. Guys, thank you so much for coming through with here on Game On. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys on the show. Yeah, let me start with you, Buki. Race 1, race 2, race 3, race 4, race 5. Now we're down to 6 and 7
on the same day.
Why are you doing both races on the same day?
Okay, well, so the whole idea really is that, to really run, something that is significantly a model of running a motorsports, should I say, basically series that has to be consistent and would also basically encourage, should I say, the general public to be attracted to. You have to significantly put it in the face of people. Now, apart from the fact that I love the sport, I think that this is the time to actually do this. There are a lot of young people, or should I say, basically, creme de la creme of society, yearning to have something like this. If we can build ours at home, then we don't really have to maybe travel to Monaco or all the likes to go and watch stuff like Formula One or anything like that. Really. So the goal here really is to develop our own homegrown motorsport stars, right? And have our own series that, not only can the youth latch onto, but you can also have the industry latch onto it as well. And there's a whole entertainment and dynamic to that. There's an opportunity to also bring in, should I say, basically tourism into the country. Anywhere Formula One goes all around.
Anywhere there's motor racing, anywhere. I mean, like the safari in East Africa, the safari, the rally in East Africa off-road always brings in lots of tourists. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's an opportunity for a country to also showcase itself. You understand? Attract more people, and with that, really, I think that we are long overdue for this. Several models have been tried in the past, but I thank God that we have been able to run 5 races, and now we are stepping it up a notch. I mean, this grand finale is going to be 2 races on that.
Yeah, so basically, I give people 2 races for the price of 1.
Well, yes, that's basically what it is. We're giving 2 races for the price of 1, and in between, there's also going to be entertainment. Basically, there's going to be, the whole idea is to give you an experience. You understand? A premium experience where you come in. Is it the people, is it the racers, is it the network you can possibly sort of, connect with there as well? Because motorsport is not a cheap sport.
No, it's not.
It's not, basically. And that is basically what we are trying to actually do here. But we need to know where we are in Nigeria. This is where we are at the moment, and we are quite encouraged at the attraction, so to speak. One of the races is here.
Yeah. And speaking about the experience, I can guarantee you that a lot of Nigerians are looking forward to this kind of experience. The roads in Lagos are absolutely packed now because a lot of our brothers and sisters in the abroad, they are back in Nigeria for Dirty December, plenty of money to spend, and looking for action and entertainment. So definitely they can come and watch the races in Shagamu this weekend as well. And one of your drivers is actually here. One of your racers is actually here. Please, could you just introduce yourself to viewers at home and tell us how you became an adrenaline junkie?
All right, my name is Omar Sheher Richardson. I'm a driver of Team Fame in the XKart Off-Road Racing Series. I've been into motorsport for some time. Like back in 2017, 2018, there was a track in Edo State that we used to.
Everyone
used to. Yes, there was a track that we used to tear up there.
Strictly for motorbike racing.
No. We had a series for E30s, BMW E30s.
Oh, okay.
All those old models. I was part of Fastlane Motorsport. We had the opportunity, to be crowned champions of the 2019 Road X Racing Series, but after that, due to COVID and everything, we got shut down. And this is actually this XKart is actually one of the first off-road racing series, and it's actually been awesome so far. I was a spectator in the first race, then the second race I joined the team, and it's been fun. It's awesome. The thrill behind the wheel, going to corners, the speed, calculating where you need to brake, your attack.
Don't you get scared? Because you people are racing on. Look at this terrain. This is not the kind of terrain that you can even run on, not to talk of drive on. And we did see someone tip over just a few minutes ago. Don't you ever get scared that this can happen to you?
Well, you don't.
No guts, no glory.
No guts, no glory. No pain, no gain. You have to focus, and when you're actually behind the wheel, you don't think about what could go wrong. All you think about is what could go right. Because first of all, the sport is safe. There are ambulances, medics. So you know that. So yeah, we know that anything, God forbid, nothing's going to happen. But we know that we're taken care of. So we're there to entertain. We're there to create a show for people. And this is something that's actually not in the country. It's really not in the country. You've not seen anything that's so organized like this.
No, there's nothing like this.
Yeah, this is actually a race. This race is actually going to. I see it in the future because we have two tracks. There's one in Shagamu and there's another one in Ondo State. I see it as an avenue to open tourism to the country, because I believe that over the years, when the sport grows, we're going to build more tracks in different parts of the state, in the different parts of the country, and it's going to bring more people, and which is going to bring in more revenue to the country. So I believe that this motorsport, I believe that motorsport is an untapped resource in Nigeria, because the field is very, very big. It's very, very large.
Well, and your passion is infectious. If I let you continue speaking, probably run out of time. But one, you should have a question for
I wanted to ask, the gentleman next to me, what's been the acceptance of the sport? Okay. Because I'm always selling the gospel or preaching the gospel of how sports like this has got the potential to target new set of fans, younger fans. This is adrenaline, right? Oh, yeah. Younger fans are gonna love it. But how have you been able to reach out to the younger core audience?
Okay, so this is one testimony, right? That's one. But however, let me just take you through memory line of just the 5 races we've had.
Not too long, because we're actually right at the time.
Oh, okay. Race 1 we had 3 teams. Race 2 we had 5 teams. Race 3 we had 8 teams. Race 4 we had we had 9 teams, we could only accommodate 8. You understand? So you can actually see the growth and progression.
Now you have 10 teams.
Yes. Now basically we're meant to actually have 10. We can't even actually accommodate enough teams. Now we have more people trying to actually enter the race to actually buy their own cars and actually sort of basically race it.
So it's growing.
It's growing significantly, and this grand finale is our last phase of the research to actually test if we can actually give the fans a lot much more, give the audience a lot much more fun. Instead of just one race, we make it 2 races and put entertainment in between it.
And you also have the buy-in of the National Automotive Design and Development Council.
Exactly.
They are pretty keen in terms of looking at developing local engineering capacity for many of these. For many of these teams
about the last time it was
yeah. So I'm looking at that, but also looking at the grand finale. Yeah, the grand finale. This trophy is definitely on the line. Somebody has to win it.
Oh yes.
Are they winning something else as well?
Okay, so at the end of this race, basically, apart from giving out the cup generally, there's a 2.5 million pot that is going to be shared by the race wins between the first, second, and third. So not only do people, win trophies and accolades, basically, but there's also generally prize money to actually be won. It's an ecosystem we're trying to build. That ecosystem basically it's got to basically be able to generate revenue, and at the same time, that revenue is also actually be able to spill back to all the participants, the spectators. There's a whole cycle that we're trying to actually build. That's the only way it can be sustained. It's a paid event, right? And it needs to be. It can't be a free event.
Your passion is infectious, really. And I have to ask, how have you been able to sustain this? Because I can't imagine it's been cheap. Moving these vehicles from state to state, locations, that's a logistical nightmare on its own. The drivers too, they also have to get paid by their team sponsors as well. Licensing, it can't be cheap.
One, I thank God. That's
why do you get the impression that there's a lot of grey hair under that cap?
Oh yes, there is. It's a lot of grey hair, basically. But you won't find any grey hair on that right now, generally, because I work on that a little bit. So, but the whole idea really is that this is coming after about 10+ years of research, right, to figure out exactly what can we make work, identifying also the environment at which you're actually going to be operating in, and what we need to do to ensure that the environment sort of basically gradually adopts what we have. We can't actually come with a Formula One model. It's basically just the bar is too high.
But you can aspire.
Yes. No, that's basically, we aspire to actually, when you
So
come
are you aspiring
now,
for the Formula One model, or you're aspiring for the Safari Rally model?
we're aspiring for the Formula One model. That is the mark, right? However long it takes us to actually get there, fine. We'll decide basically. But F1 basically 50 years ago were barely like what we're trying to actually do right now. So, or maybe 7 years ago, really. So, for us, really, it's a step-by-step process, and we are there for the long term, for the long haul, and we intend to actually take our time to sort of grow the sport, and we're hoping that the populace sort of basically gravitates to what we're trying to do. Tomorrow's race, the grand finale, is the best.
Where's the race taking place?
It's actually taking place at the Work and Play Race Arena. It's just 40 minutes from here at Shagamu.
Okay.
It's 40 minutes from
Shagamu.
here. It's Shagamu.
Okay.
It's just after Shion. It's on the Shagamu-Abeokuta Expressway.
Oh, okay.
And
so
it's
just
2
off it, because
so it's like 5 minutes from the
expressway.
Yes, exactly.
You can actually see the track from the expressway.
Yes, you can actually see the track from the expressway. So
okay, because that's the expressway there you
yes,
see.
that's the expressway. Yes, exactly. So
okay, so
it's the same distance from here to Victoria Island as from here to the racetrack.
So you can just pretty much hop there.
Oh, yes,
back and
exactly.
just, like when can watch a
Yes.
Remo Start match.
Yes, exactly.
But I must say,
Exactly.
I have to ask you. You're obviously hoping that your team will definitely win the title tomorrow. What would that mean for you? Probably walking away with this trophy and probably a pretty good share of 2.5 million naira.
Yeah, I mean, it would be so amazing to win the trophy, seeing all the hard work of the mechanics and the team, the drivers coming together and actually being able to achieve the win. It's going to be massive. It's going to be a massive encouragement for next year. Yeah, we hope that next year will grow and you see things like bigger and better, a lot more competition.
Hopefully bigger prize money. So the pot is shared by the drivers and the mechanics, because you can't drive all those cars without
your mechanics. They're very, very important part of your team.
Okay. Buki Feishito.
I'm glad I actually brought him basically because we are developing our own motorsport stars. This is one of the stars that we have on the track, and we have more of them out there with a lot of potential. Smart geniuses, that's what I basically call them. People that can calculate, that can work in teams. This is something that I believe we need to latch on in Nigeria.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's been absolute fun and pretty much very entertaining listening to you guys, and hopefully we'll be getting more reports from you guys after the grand finale this weekend. Just after Shion, right, on the way to Shagamu, between Shagamu and Abeokuta, on the way to Abeokuta, that's where the racetrack is. So race 6 and 7, that's the grand finale for this season. So thank you guys for coming through. Always a pleasure to have you guys.
Thank you very much.
And it reminds me of Niki Lauda.
Niki Lauda.
Niki Lauda.
You actually.
From the all-time great.
It's interesting that you should mention that, because I'm actually watching a movie about him the other day. Okay, so you're watching Game On. We'll take a very, very short break. We'll be right back with some boxing. There's a huge fight coming down this weekend. It is round 13 of Usyk versus Fury. We have our experts joining us after the break.